already here with us, and everybody who becomes the attendance, welcome. And everyone can share your thoughts and question and answer after each of the keynote speaker. Before I started officially by playing the national anthem, I would like to share the agenda for today. So we started already at 10 a.m. in the morning, and we will have the opening with the national anthem, and then we will have the opening remarks, and the first speech would be delivered by Mr. Bobo Sabirov, PhD, and the second one is from Dr. Harwati Hashims. The third speech will be delivered by Dr. Rita Ambarwati Sukmana, and the last session would be our discussion session. It talks about uh, 40 to 50 minutes at 11. But before we start our discussion, you just can drop the question from question and answer button in your Zoom panel. So to start this officially, I will play the national anthem of Indonesia Raya. So everybody can sing along. Let me share my screen. And share my sound. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for your attention by sing along and listen to the national anthem of Indonesia Raya. So we go on for the second agenda. This is the opening remarks, which is officially will delivered by the Dean of Fakultas Bisnis, Hukum, dan Ilmu Sosial from Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidoarjo. For Bapak Wisnu Panggastiono, PhD, could you please open your camera and say greetings to everyone here? Bapak Wisnu sudah ada di tempat?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Let I fix our okay.
Could you please raise your voice, Bapak? We couldn't hear. Okay. Okay, it's good. Your video is on.
Okay.
Okay. So the side is yours, Bapak.
About our voice, my voice?
Yes. Your voice is just great.
Thank you.
I can hear you clearly. Sometimes it's just pause and delay, but it's okay. Just give the greetings for all the participants, Bapak. Silakan. The
Okay.
time is yours.
Yes. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let us praise and thank the presence of Allah Almighty for the abundance of grace and the joy of all of us can still gather in this place, even for virtual. And then we also not forget about salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad SAW, who has brought to from the dark age to the bright light today as Islam. May we all get the caution and yeah, Amin. The honorable speaker, the first, Dr. Herwati Hashim from University Kebangsaan Malaysia. Second is Dr. Bobur Sabirov from Samarkand Institute of Economics. And the last speaker, and also for my colleagues, Dr. Rita Barwati from Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidoarjo. Also, all of our my friend from Krishna Asia Nusantara and Relawan Jurnal Indonesia, I would like to say thank you all of you. Also, I want to say thank for all participants present at this event. On this occasion, allow me present here to deliver a couple sentence speeches which been asked in the VCOSPILED international seminar, because this seminar is routine, I think. Last year, we also did this seminar from VCOSPILED first. And this seminar activity by Krishna Aksitya Nusantara and Indonesian Journal Humanities in collaboration with us, with the Faculty of Business, Law and Social Science, Universitas Muhammadiyah Sidoarjo. And today, we enter in second time in a row. We hope that similar activity will continue to be held in next year or year and year, because I think we have experienced good or excellent benefits, including the academic atmosphere and so on. So I will thank you all of seminar member today. Thank you and good luck for this event. So, Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Bapak Wisnu, for the warm opening remarks to greet all of the participants and the panelists. So the next session is our main session. There are 3 speakers, and we will start to invite Mr. Bobur Sabirov, PhD from Samarkand Institute of Economics and Service, Uzbekistan. Mr. Bobur, how are you today?
I am good, thank you. Assalamualaikum
Okay.
to everybody.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Could you please try to share your screen to start your presentation and speech? So you will have about 20 to 25 minutes, Mr. Babur, to present and speak about your presentation today and share to everybody here. So yeah, could you please try to share screen so we can see whether it works well or not?
I have done it already. Is it visible?
Oh, yeah. Okay, it's nice. So, Mr. Babur, time is yours. You can start your presentation.
Have you seen my presentation? Is it online? Is it okay?
Uh, Yes,
Is it visible on you?
Yes, it's
yes.
okay.
The title is Improving the Framework for Increasing the Competitiveness of Tourist Destination. Yeah, it's a very interesting theme, Mr. Babur.
Okay.
For the participants, if you have any questions, you can drop in question and answer buttons. And Mr. Babur, you can start your
Okay.
presentation.
Thank you. My topic for today as a keynote speaker is improving the framework for increasing the competitiveness of tourist destinations. In case of Uzbekistan, comparing with world countries. So my name is Bobur Sobiro. I am PhD on economics from Samarkand Institute of Economics and Service. So if you let me to start my presentation, in the first step, I would like to say you tourism, not only in Uzbekistan, but in all around the world has become one of the major sector of the economy. So it has nowadays very big effect on economy. If you see on statistics, 10.4% of world GDP now is going to be contributed by tourism sector. And also 6.5% of international exports of goods and services nowadays equal to $1.6 trillion is going to be according to this hospitality sector. And also according to workplaces, 10% of total employment is going to be according to this sector. And this is also could be seen in Uzbekistan rate. So thanks to our government policy and structure, nowadays you can see there is a big increase after 2017, and I have seen here statistics from 2005 to 2019. Like from 2017 it has very big increase, doubled according to the number of visitors to the Republic of Uzbekistan. And this is due to policy of our second president, Shavkat Mirziyoyev Miromonovich. So he has done very big work according to policy and structure in order to get, let's say, very big sector of economy as a tourism in Uzbekistan, and not only Uzbekistan, but in Central Asian countries like Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Kyrgyzstan. These five countries nowadays has been getting very big request, very big, let's say, flow of tourists from different countries, and here included Indonesia. As it is a Muslim country, in Uzbekistan, we have very Muslim, let's say, medievals like Al-Bukhari, and many people nowadays coming to Uzbekistan, and direct flights are going to be organized from Indonesia in Jakarta to Tashkent and Samarkand in order to get, let's say, big collaboration on this sector. And also here, what is important according to competitiveness, you can see that about 40% of arrivals going to be according to big, let's say, very major countries like France, Spain, USA, China, Italy. These kind of top destinations going to get most arrivals from all around the world. And other countries which is not listed here, in very tough competition in order to get tourists from different areas. And this is going to show us how we can compete with top destinations in order to get more tourists. So what we have done in Uzbek level, what we have organized in order to be competitive, let's say, country, competitive destination. In order to do this, we have introduced it that countries can come in Uzbekistan without visa. Visa-free policy is organized and introduced to 64 countries. Before coming to Uzbekistan, people get visa, people made some documentation, it took much time, and it was very difficult to reach Uzbekistan and other countries here where you see in your picture, let's say like this. And then in Uzbekistan, we have introduced many laws, and due to this, in last 5 years, we have seen double increase on the number of tourists, and it is not only from Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan. It's not only from neighbor countries. These people, these tourists nowadays coming from different countries, and here you see we have adopted concept of tourism development until 2025, and Uzbekistan is going to be one of the rich country due to tourism, and competitiveness of tourism is going to be improved by the policy and concept of our president. So in my research, what we have done in my research, we have organized some research concept in order to analyze some points. We have done some analyzing, and according to my analysis, we have seen some aims of the research. Here we have learned with team about tourist area, tourist zone, destination, and formation of this concept, because this tourist zone give us very big important in order to attract investment and investors from different countries. So in Uzbekistan, first of all, our government introduced some zones, free tourist zones, in order to get investors from different countries. So they're coming in Uzbekistan, investing money, constructing hotels, making some tourist destinations, and giving this opportunity to other people from other countries. So we have learned what is tourist area, how it can be organized or modified to tourist zone, and how tourist zone can be destination, and how destination can make money after, let's say, offering some tourist product. We have learned this, and according to scientific theoretical analysis of us, we have organized competitiveness term of tourism, how tourist area, how tourist zone, how touristic destination could be competitive. In order to make competitive, what they should do. We have learned in our research work about this. Also, in my slide, you can see that here in Uzbekistan, in last years, we have done very big boom in order to make opportunities on different areas of the service. First of all, we had some problems with hotels. What we have done, it was very big, let's say, discovery in our country, because administrative of our country gave opportunity to people in order to make your home as a hostel, as a guest house, as a hotel. So people started to modify their own houses to hotels. They started to get people in their home. It is like you see in international level, we have Airbnb. Airbnb platform provide people to go to different destinations and to, let's say, some flat or house of, let's say, people or host you can easily visit and you can stay with them. So the same strategy here in Uzbekistan modified, and people get opportunity to get, let's say, visitors, tourists at their houses, at their flats. So after doing this, they have got very big increase, and number of, let's say, rooms, accommodation has started, and it has, let's say, enough opportunity to get very big flow of tourists. Also, what you can see now in different areas, there is a big service opportunity in order to get not from tourists, not only from hotel, from transport services, from restaurants, from other, let's say, taxpayers, government got very big income, and due to this income, they has decreased tax for suppliers of tourism. Let's say in pandemic time, in coronavirus pandemic, they have totally decreased tax amount to hotels, and nowadays hotels not paying something to government. There is no tax for hotel services. There is no tax for tourist agencies and tour operators due to decrease on tourism area and tourism sphere. Government introduced a very big policy in order to help them. So in object of my presentation, we have learned some points, and it is according to economic process carried out some certain tourist areas in order to get as an object. So we have learned areas of, let's say, tourism in Uzbekistan, and there are about 7 cities covered in my research work as an object, and as a subject we have introduced it that in Uzbekistan, socio-economic and organizational economic relations related to competitiveness of tourism market has found as a subject of our research, and we have done our concept according to this tourist area, and we have offered it in order to make competitive area. Tourist area needs to be worked according to different structures. First structure is economical approach. Second one is customer oriented. The third one is marketing and management orientations. There should be in each area in order to make this area as a competitive area. And the last one is social cultural orientation. So if area pays attention on these 4 factors like economic, customer, marketing and management from brand point, and also from social cultural, these 4 sectors will give tourist area to be tourist destination. So tourist area cannot be sell as a tourist product. In order to sell as a tourist product, what we need to do is we need to pay on tourist potential, on tourist attraction. In order to make brand, we need to make regional marketing strategy of tourism, and also social partnership. They should be done in order to make one area as a tourist destination. So if you make tourist destination, one area which is not used for tourism purposes could be sell as a tourist product to different people. So Uzbekistan and in world experience, we have learned in our research that areas needs to be using these 4 factors, 4 areas in order to make brand, in order to make different, let's say, tourist potential in each area. So we have done this, and we have identified this different rhombic model, and this rhombic model was organized and offered in different points. One is in order to make very competitive, let's say, area, what we need to pay attention. We need to make events like seminars, let's say conferences, in order to attract people, and it should be offline, not online. In order to make, let's say, tourist services, we need to attract more, and this strategy done in Dubai, done in Turkey, done in, let's say, Indonesia, and in some big countries. There are many events in order to get, let's say, lots of flow of tourists. Also sport competitions, exhibitions, they should be organized. And on this way, we need to pay also on pestle factors like coronavirus, or let's say pandemic. In some cases, some economical booms could also give effect, and we need to pay attention while organizing these events and sport competition. We need to pay attention on these pestle, let's say, factors. Also, what we have paid attention here, there should be international demand and demand status from internal internal, let's say, places like local tourism should be improved, and also international. We shouldn't pay attention only to attract more people from abroad. We need to pay attention in order to get some, let's say, development. We need to organize some internal, let's say, developments too. So other points are, let's say, human resources we need, let's say, specialists. Also, condition of resources should be improved. In some areas in Uzbekistan, for example, could be seen as a Muslim, let's say, resources, Muslim-oriented touristic areas we have, but in some cases there are some problems in order to go and to pray, to do some, let's say, Muslim-related actions. There are some problems, so government is now paying attention on these. Also, we have put a model of competitiveness, and on this level we have categorized it 4 different levels, from micro level to meso level, from meso level to macro level, from macro level we have organized it to mega. So what does it mean? So in micro level, imagine one region can easily collaborate with each other, and they can make synergy in one area. Small areas, there will be synergy. So if this area will work, hotel, let's say, transport service, guiding service, if they work together, they can easily make meso level. Meso level will be not in one region, it will be in one, let's say, economic scale. So this meso level can easily help to government as a macro level, and let's say different governments can work together as a synergy, and they can make mega level. So mega level give us better opportunity, and this is organized in Central Asian countries and Commonwealth countries. It's like Russian and Russian-based countries, like, let's say, Belarus, Ukraine, Russia, and let's say Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan. These countries are Russian-speaking countries, and in mega level, they can provide one tourist product. You can start from Russia, can go to neighbor countries, visit Uzbekistan, you can continue visiting Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, and then you can go to your country. So in mega level, one tourist product could be sell to different people, and this will be very, let's say, positive tendency for country. And last point is, here we have organized Visit Samarkand platform, and in Visit Samarkand platform there are many points where tourists can interact with each other. They can find information as an application, and this application will give them better feedbacks, where to go, where not to go, where service is good and where service is low. These feedbacks could be, let's say, learned by tourists and visitors before coming to this destination. It's like TripAdvisor, but organized for local city. And the last point is here in my presentation as a last slide. Here I have pointed where in Uzbekistan is competitive and where not competitive, and in order to make competitive, what government should do. In Uzbekistan, Samarkand, for example, very popular, and it's not only in Uzbekistan, it is all around the world. People know about Samarkand due to resources, due to Al-Bukhari and Amir Temur. Amir Temur is Temurlane in some cases, it's written in history. Why they are competitive? Because there are many hotels, because there are many transportation services, there are many touristic services, there is flight from different countries. And why not in other countries or in other regions not competitive? Because they need to work on tourist infrastructure. They need to offer, let's say, some areas in order to get investment from abroad, in order to work and in order to make some resources. So due to this, in Uzbekistan, we have some difficulties according to regions. Some regions are very attractive, many tourists want to visit there. Some regions are not like this. So what could be reached if government pay attention on this? in each area of, let's say, Uzbekistan, or in each area of any world country, they can make very big competition with the top tourist destinations, which we have already seen in the first slide of my presentation. So then in that country, there will be tourists. And in final word of me is that due to coronavirus and pandemic nowadays in different countries, tourism has decreased. Let's say 2, 3, 4 times decreased. In some cases, closed some countries. But how we can improve tourism in that case? We have improved it with local tourists, with local people. We gave them holidays, we gave them some discounts. They're using nowadays flights, internal flights from one city to another city. Before it wasn't like this. Before tourism was thought as you will get international people. Nowadays it is not like this, and due to this, Uzbekistan is going to be one of the competitive tourist destination in last 5 years. So that was my presentation. Thanks for your attention. If you have any questions, I am ready to listen you.
Thank you, Mr. Bogor Sabirov, for your excellent presentations about the economic development and the tourism that relate with it. So we go on to the next speakers. I invite Dr. Harwati Hashim.
Hi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah,
I am not able to turn on my camera because the host has stopped it. Perhaps bisa dibantu.
It's okay. I think I need the help from Pak Juju to allow Dr. Harwati to start the video. If